All right, hello. I want to share with you some good news when it comes to some of the environmental things here on Long Island. And we're going to talk a little bit about Wading River. There was an article in Newsday, which I'm going to read to you shortly, about Wading River and the new trail that's being built and the new land that's being preserved. So this here, this area is being preserved. It has been added to preserved land here. This was the land that was owned by National Grid. And this is a mix of upland forest and pine barrens over here. So all this land here will be preserved. And not only that, but there's going to be a trail that's going to be running along this power right-of-way here all the way to Wading River. So it's going to be probably ending somewhere over here in Wading River. And this trail will be going all the way. This is the former Wading River line. The Port Jefferson line used to extend all the way out to Wading River. And they're going to be building a trail here. I know some of you might want to see the train come back, but it's just not going to happen. They're going to build a trail here, and you can see there's also some land over here. This area most definitely is pine barrens, so it'll be a nice path, people to bike and walk, and this path will actually link up to a lot of important places. It's going to be really good for people on bikes, especially because what you're going to be able to do is get off the train in Port Jefferson, then take this trail, which should start somewhere around Port Jefferson, and take this, and then you could take your bike and you could take it to Rocky Point, which is over here, Rocky Point Preserve. It's going to connect a lot of places, or you can walk. It'll be a long walk, but you can do that. You can connect up with this new land over here that's being preserved, Brookhaven State Park, which is over here. And in Wading River itself, you have this area here, Deep Pond. However, this is owned by the Boy Scouts and Boy Scouts, I think, or something like that. So I don't know if you can just walk around there. They did bring it up in the article I'm going to read you, which I'm going to read to you. And of course, Wading River is also located, near. It's located in near the Pine Barrens. So I mean, pretty much, it's an article about Wading River. How it's balancing out the environmental needs and then being close to shopping. So let me read to you this. No, I'm not going to read to you the whole article. I'm going to read to the article, and then I'm going to get right back to you. So I want to read to you this article about Wading River, and trails and open space are coming to Wading River. So I'm just going to read to you part of this Newsday article. So a 10-mile rails to trails hiking and biking path is being built, and the state will soon buy 800 acres of land. So Wading River, a North Shore hamlet along Long Island Sound, it said there's a great deal of natural beauty, said Sid Bale, president of the Hamlet's Civic Association and Historical Society. The beaches, the wooded areas, the hilly terrain, it's just a great spot. The 10-mile rails to trails hiking to biking path being built along the abandoned Wading River railway line will stretch between Port Jefferson to Wading River and include education kiosks along the way, says Town of Brookhaven Council member Jane Bonner. Bonner adds that funding has been appropriated by the state to buy 800 acres of woodland owned by National Grid at the site surrounding the decommissioned Shoreham nuclear plant, which sits just outside Wading River's western border. A solar farm had been proposed for a portion of the property, which Bonner says will now be open space and Department of Environment property. Bale, a Wading River resident since 1974, says, "We're not against solar farms, but we thought it was a bad use of the property. There were more appropriate locations with already cleared land, and Brookhaven Town agreed with us, and eventually the state agreed with us." So this is good news. Construction on the final phase of the 13-mile trail at Veterans Memorial Park that is just beyond Wading River's southern border in Calverton began on November 1st, says Town of Riverhead Council member Judy Giglio. The non-motorized recreational trail along the perimeter of the former Grumman property, this is EPCAL, will provide families a fenced and secure walking bike trail. All right, so Wading River is also home to town and private beaches, Fink's Country Farm, the Great Rock Golf Course, Deep Pond, and Wildwood State Park, a 600-acre park overlooking the Sound that offers camping, cottages, nature trails, and various outdoor activities. We are surrounded by the beach and close to wineries and farm stands, but yet we still have a great deal of shopping, says resident Teresa Rotkamp of Coldwell Banker M&D Good Life. It is the best of both worlds. that includes shopping in nearby Riverhead. And there's also Wading River's Shops at Eastwind, which opened in October 2016 and features a variety of shops, eateries, creative studios, and even a carousel. So I'm not going to read the rest of this to you because it's more of a real estate thing. But they do feature a house here that is actually a small cape that's actually listed for $364,900. So because you're so far from the city, you can find more affordable housing here. Of course, it is out there, but you do have the Pine Barrens and all that. So some good news here. It's good to hear some good news for a change, right? Especially when it comes to the environment. Okay, so I want to just show you a little more of where, street view of what this area is going to look like, where the trail is going to run. So we'll take a look at some of these areas right here. We'll first look at this area here. So you can see it's mostly wooded area. Like I said, you have oaks, and there's some pine barrens in here too as well. And you can see this is what it looks like now, but it's going to be a multi-use path, so people will be able to ride their bikes down, all that stuff. And this used to be where the where the Port Jefferson branch used to run all the way out to Wading River. It doesn't do that anymore. Show you another spot over here, what it looks like over here. You can see right now it's all overgrown, so there's no path here right now, more or less, but there will be, and this will go all the way out to Wading River. So it's very good. It's going to be great. A great way of another path, another trail for people to enjoy, especially because it's going to link up to so many other places. So I'll show you this area here. I'm going to just show you various parts. This is Rocky Point. Actually, no, this is more like Shoreham over here. So this is Shoreham. That's what it looks like. So you do have a few pitch pines. Here's one right there. I'll show it to you in Rocky Point. So we'll go into Rocky Point. We'll show it to you what it looks like over in Rocky Point. So this is where it looks in Rocky Point. So it goes right through the center of Rocky Point. So Rocky Point is a little downtown. So it's going to connect all these areas. It's going to be a good way to avoid having to deal with the insanity, riding along the road and walking along the road, which is not pleasant and it's not safe. So it's much better to have a nice dedicated pathway for you to take. And here's another look at it here in Rocky Point. Show you again. Actually, I want to look this way to see if we can get an even better view of the area here. There's a substation over there. Yeah, so you see what it looks like. So it's going to be a wooded corridor. A while ago there were people. I did a report on people complaining about it. There were a few, NIMBYs not in my backyard, but the majority of people favor this, and it's going to be a great benefit to the community. I'll just show you some more what it looks like in Rocky Point. I just want to show you what it looks like so you can sort of experience what it'll be like once this is put in. So you can see it's a mix of pitch pines. Not that piney, but there are some pitch pines here and there. There are some pitch pines here and there, so you'll be able to see them. It's hard to see them in these views, but you can see a little fall foliage there, so definitely be a good place to look for fall foliage too. So this path goes through Rocky Point, and then it continues into Mount Sinai. Show you this area here. So it continues into Mount Sinai, which is over here. Can't really see too well, but yeah, sort of get an idea of what it looks like here. So it's like I said, it's mostly wooded except for the power lines. So Miller Place, it goes into Miller Place over here. I should say Miller Place actually. So it goes into Miller Place over here. So you get the idea of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a nice little path for people to, walk on, and it's going to be a great asset to the community and great asset to the environment. And it'll be really nice once it's done. I'm going to look forward to walking on it. Maybe not the whole thing. I might try to walk at least as far as I can walk. When the weather's cold, I can walk far. Not in the summer, though. So I think it'll be a great asset, and again, this will really, just to show you what this area looks like over here. this land over here on the north side here that's going to be preserved. You can see it's pine barrens. You see there's a pitch pine right there, another one there. So there are pine barrens here, pine barrens all around. So this path will be able to, give you new opportunities to get into the pine barrens, which of course is always a great thing. So that will wrap up this video on some good news in Wading River. And you can see here's a look at some more pine barrens over there at Brookhaven State Park. All these places will be easily accessible from this new trail. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching.